Hello everyone, my name's John from Wild Learning, and today I'm going to tell you how to make a God's eye with your children. This is a God's eye. It is primarily used as a meditative aid in South American religious practices, but we use it as a really lovely exercise in weaving and fine motor skills, and children love doing it. So what you will need are 2 sticks. You can use pencils, you can use lolly sticks, and you will need some wool. It doesn't matter what colour it is, lots of different colours are nice because you then get the ability to make something that looks really nice and colourful, but let your children choose. The first thing you are going to need to do is to attach your sticks together, and we do this by using a clove hitch. If you don't know how to tie a clove hitch, then that's absolutely fine. I will show you now. The way we teach the children is this. First thing we say is you make a fish by making an overhand loop. Then you make a dish. Put the fish on the dish so you've got the first loop over the top of the second loop. Take both sticks together and poke them through till they're more or less in the middle. Then just pull tight. That's a great way of attaching 2 sticks together, but it is, as we in the trade say, a little bit wibbly wobbly. So the way we fix that is by cross slashing. So what you do is you take this long string of wool. It's a good idea not to have it attached to the ball, otherwise life gets very complicated. Wind it round one stick, then turn your whole cross. Wind it round the next stick, then turn again, and so on and so forth. And soon you will find that the whole arrangement becomes much more stable. This is a technique that we use in bushcraft quite a lot, but obviously not using wool. But for here, it's a great way to learn cross-lashing, and also it keeps your cross very stable. Finally, when you've done with that, you can tighten the whole arrangement up by frapping, which means winding some of the remaining wool between the 2 sticks to tighten the knots up. And that makes everything quite stable, certainly stable enough to weave on. Then you can just tie that off using an overhand knot or however you please. And if you end up with, as I have, more by luck and good judgment, a long tail, so much the better, because you can then start to weave. And the way we start to weave, I'll turn this upside down so you can see it, is you simply wind the wool around one stick and then travel diagonally to the next. Progress round, rotating your cross as you go. It's the same pattern over and over again. You can see why not having a ball of wool dangling behind you would be useful. That's the pattern you're looking for. Now in a minute I'm going to move on to using a different colour of wool, and it's then that you will really notice the pattern jump out. And in order to change colours of wool, you merely wait until you've got a little bit of a tail left, and then you just break off another piece of wool, cut it off, and tie the one piece onto the other. This is the sort of thing you'll probably have to help your kids with because it is a bit fiddly, but who knows, if you're bad at knots, maybe they will have to help you. Usually you have to tie 2 knots, otherwise they'll come undone. Don't worry about these dangly bits here. They look a bit unsightly to start with, but we can tidy them up at the end. So then we can simply continue. Try not to lose your place, as I did then. Round and round and round until we pick up the purple, at which point the pattern will really start to come into view. So you can see we've started to establish our pattern there, and I'll just carry on choosing different colours of wool. Now this is a great exercise, as I say, for children. We've had children as young as 4 do this, and children as old as 12. It's a great exercise in fine motor skills, it's an exercise in listening to instructions, it's great work on colours, and it's also extremely meditative, and those children that get into it really love doing it. I had a little girl at a session I was running in the woods a few years ago when we had to pack up. We were walking out of the woods, I had my craft bag on my back, I felt a tug in it, and she'd actually opened the craft bag, and while we were walking along she was unwinding the wool from my bag to keep on making her God's eye. So I'll leave you for a minute, I'll carry on with this and then we'll pick it up again. And we're back. So here we are, 10 minutes of frantic winding. It is surprisingly relaxing, actually. I hate being videoed, as is probably quite apparent, but even I was able to do this because I had a God's eye to calm me down. So if you are in a stressful situation, like maybe there's a global pandemic that's starting to dismantle 2,000 years of Western civilization and has interrupted Waitrose's supplies of gin, then maybe you too could try making a God's eye. Now, as you can see, I've gone for quite a startling colour combination. Don't be surprised if your children do this. My cameraman had some views on this. What were they, Sam?
It looks like a beetle's warning colour of just don't touch me. It's like the most poisonous beetle ever.
So there we are. We're going to leave you with the Wild Learning beetle colour scheme, the most poisonous beetle ever, rendered in a God's eye. That's it. Happy weaving, and we'll see you again.